CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Havana calling. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Radio Havana calling all shortwave listeners and radio amateurs. Welcome to... DXers Unlimited, Radio Havana's weekly feature dedicated to the fascinating world of radio communications.
Hola, mis amigos radio aficionados all around the world now listening to the weekend edition of DXers Unlimited, your favorite radio hobby program, covering each and every way of enjoying the spare time playing with the radios, antennas, tuners, power supplies, and of course going on the air to enjoy nice two-way contact, no matter if they happen to just across town or halfway around the world, with a famous DX tradition that came back to your first call. Something that sometimes, I tell you, does happen. See, amigos, sure, the sun continues with its roller coasters up and down. Now, as you are hearing this program, solar activity is once again at very low levels, very low, after it went dead flat for several days with barely a few very micro-sized sunspots in sight. No doubt that the 2018 upcoming spring equinox DX season, due to start during the first week of March next year, is going to be a unique opportunity to work many low-band amateur stations that will be making good use of the typical equinoctial enhancement. And if you are not yet involved in amateur radio by holding an active station license, then think about the many new aspects of the role that you will enjoy after passing the ham radio license test of your country. Yes, amigos, it's true, 2018 is going to be one more year of very low solar activity, but it will have some very interesting aspects to be dealt with. I am Arnaldo, Arnicoro, Radio Amateur CO2KK, and I am amateur radio operator. The call sign is CO2KK, as I just said, licensed since 1959, and all I can tell you that it is a wonderful hobby that you will definitely enjoy. Here is now our first news item after a short introduction to the show. Ask Arnie is our #2 most popular section of DXers Unlimited, as listeners send their questions to info.rhc@enet.cu. Again, the email address is info.rhc@enet.cu. Today I will be answering a question sent by several new listeners who want to know what would be the best band to start operating their amateur radio stations. So here is my answer. In actual practice, your best all-around option is to prepare to install for not one but two antennas in order to maximize the possibilities of making contact at any time of the day. Daytime propagation conditions are totally different from propagation conditions during your local evening hours. That is why your best option is to install a broadband antenna that will cover from 3 to 25 MHz, or, if not possible, to install two antennas, one for 40 meters and the other one a combination tri-band antenna for the 20, 17, and 15 meters amateur band. That will be your daytime antenna. A very economical and quite useful setup is to install a 40 meters band half-wave dipole antenna fed through a balance-to-a-balance transformer and a 50 ohms coaxial cable down lead. In actual practice, the about 20 meters or 66 feet long wire dipole is a dual band antenna if you happen to own a simple antenna tuner. For the 40 meters band, the antenna is tuned to minimum standing wave ratio at 7.1 MHz, so that it will cover from the low end of the band up to about 7.2 MHz. That is the top end of the 40 meters by the International Telecommunications Rules and Regulations. In region 2, the Americas, the band extends 100 kHz farther away, up to 7,300 kHz. For the 15 meters band operation, this antenna will show standing wave ratio about 2 to 1, so you will need to use an antenna tuner if your transmitter uses solid-state devices for its final amplifier radio frequency stage, while all the radios using vacuum tube output stages will not be harmed by standing wave ratios of 2 to 1 or less. No need for the tuner in that case. So with this very simple wire antenna system, you will have the possibility of operating on both 40 meters during the daytime for local contacts and nighttime for DX, and 15 meters during the local daytime hours. But wait, there's more good news coming. The 10 meters amateur band, spanning from 28.00 to 29.7 MHz, is the frequency assignment where minimum ionospheric absorption is present. In other words, signals sent to the ionosphere of 10 meters will travel much less attenuation than signals on the lower frequency band. And now listen to this extra tip for your favorite ham-band antenna project. Just add 2 more wires in parallel with the main dipole element and make those wires resonate to 28.5 MHz by adjusting the length of the small dipole with the aid of a standing wave radiometer. When the antenna is completed, it will be possible for you to operate your ham radio stations on 40, 15, and also on 10 meters. Now, you may ask me, why not include 20 meters? And my answer is that I prefer to install a separate antenna for 20 meters if space is available. And if not, just use 40, 15, and 10 meters as much as possible. 15 and 10 will typically be daytime bands, and 40 meters will be provide different propagation bands at daytime, short distances. From those available during the local evening hours will be the DX hours on 40 meters. During my local daytime hours here on 40 meters, I am able to work stations all over the Cuban archipelago, Mexico, Florida, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Haiti. While running just 5 to 10 watts and using about 50 watts, it is possible to contact stations within about 700 to 800 miles around me, and even farther away daytime. At night, 40 meters skip distance extent is quite challenging, but PSK 31 digital contacts are quite easy to achieve, as well as CW Morse code. But in my opinion, low power or QRP operation of 40 meters during local evening hours is now becoming more and more difficult, quite difficult indeed, due to the increase in the number of stations active on that band because of the poor propagation conditions on 30 and 20 meters during the local nighttime hours. Stay tuned for more Radio Hub related information coming to you from Havana, where we are now experiencing quite cool weather brought by one high-intensity cold front that swept the Cuban archipelago during the past several days. Stay tuned. Station ID is coming up right now. Sí, amigos, you're listening to Radio Havana Cuba. The name of the show is DXers Unlimited, and here's now our next Radio Hub related item. A visit to my workshop where an attempt to do a much-needed major overhaul to a very old amateur radio receiver is now in progress. This is a restoration project that has ended up into actually an upgrade to extend the useful life of the veteran transceiver. The old kit SB110A is a large rig that is built around a combination of point-to-point wiring and several printed circuit boards. It started to behave intermittently until one day nothing was coming out of the loudspeaker and no signal went into the antenna no matter which mode was selected. So it has landed at the workbench number 3 on my big garage workshop, where a very comprehensive cleaning process first took place. Then I started to test all the vacuum tubes, including the 26146s fitted to the radio frequency output stage. Phase 2 was to test the external power supply, and it was quite clear after testing with the ESR meter that 2 of the electrolytic high voltage capacitors needed urgent replacement. Connecting the HP23 power supply after it was repaired to another mid-kit transceiver loaned by a friend shows that the power unit was now in perfect operation conditions, essential to continue. Phase 3 was to run a comprehensive one-by-one testing of all the electrolytic capacitors of the SB110A, and I ended up with a drawing showing all that should be replaced. All of them were in not pretty good shape, very old. So the major overhaul came to a standstill now until I'm able to find all the electrolytic capacitors that show high as well as series resistance were in open circuit condition and or show signs of leaking around the seals. Those have to be replaced urgently. As you now may realize, this is quite a challenge, quite a job, that even when you can find all the necessary replacement parts and test them before installing them, that's my advice, will nevertheless take quite some time to complete. Please take note that I have not measured one single resistor yet. They are now in queue. In an upcoming edition of DXers Unlimited, I promise to continue the saga about the attempt to revive my 100-watt PEP single sideband SB110A transceiver for 6 meters that helped many 6-meter operators around the world at Cuba as a new country for the DXTC award application during the past solar cycle peak. And now, at the end of the program, a very short high-frequency propagation update. Solar activity continues to be very low. Solar flux moving around the 70 to 75 units mark, making the nighttime maximum usable frequency curve take a nosedive just after your local sunset. Send your signal reports and comments to info.rhc@enet.cu. Again, info.rhc@enet.cu. And of course, your questions are also appreciated and will be answered in the Ask Arnie section of the program. You can also use the via airmail to Arnie Coro, Radio Havana Cuba, and I'll see you at the middle of the week edition of DXers Unlimited next Tuesday and Wednesday UTC days. Until then, amigos.
And that's all for today. This is Arnie Coro, Radio Amateur CO2KK, your host here at Radio Havana DXers Unlimited, saying 73 and very good DX.
Arnie Coro with DXers Unlimited, heard every week here on RHC.